Welcome back. I'm Sue Hansen, and recently I've been recording myself and my Newbold and Wright family on my father's side, and I've noticed in some documents that there is some information on Michael Newbold, who is the direct descendant to my dad as a descendant, and this ancestor I'm going to be checking out on some things that I read about, which is about some wills that he had set up, and I can find that on Ancestry. And I'm going to share my screen. Hang on a second. Okay. And I'm going to go to that actual will on Ancestry. And wait a second. I'm not sure if you're seeing, you might be seeing this. Hopefully you are. What it does say is it's what I saw in my document, is it confirms that there was a will and the date is correct. This is my ancestor, Michael Newbold. And in 1690, on May 19th, of the county that he lived in, which is correct, and his wife, Anne, and children, Lettice, Mary, Margaret, Anne, wife of James Nutt in England, who is Anne's, her ancestry is in England, so is my ancestor, who was from, also from England in Yorkshire, I believe. Yes, York, England. I was able to confirm that from the information I was given from my family tree. My uncle has been working on this with his grandson, and I could see that this information is almost exact, but I want to go into a message board and confirm that others have seen this information from their side. So I'm going to go into, let me get out here. I'm going to go into what you have at the very top of Ancestry is the message board. And what you can do is you can click on it and verify some basic information from what people have been gathering on their own family trees. And many trees do coincide, or they don't overlap. I don't want to say that, but they do. They tend to do that because of the fact they're going back so many years. I'm going to put in just the last name for a board specifically about the Newbold family tree and see what others have said. I'm not getting very far with that. Let's see. Get out of here. All right. And let's see what we find out. All right, not getting very far. I'm going to go back to the message board and try advanced search. And I'm going to put in the name and the date of birth for Michael. Last name, okay. See if I can put in a date possibly for this. For here, when you are looking on an advanced search part of the message board, you want to fill in as much as you possibly can. I know he was in Burlington, New Jersey, when he came from England, from York, England, to America. So Burlington County, let me put that in. This is pretty rough ride on either you've got it or you don't if you have relatives that show up. And I do have a connection with someone who did list one of the children of Michael, and it was an unusual name, Barzillai. And the name of the person does match up with the dates of my father's or my ancestors' dates of birth, which is 1667, as well as a wife. Or actually, this would have been the next generation, because Michael was married to, would have been the generation prior to Rachel, who was married to the next Michael. Yeah, this is Michael's 16th generation. I pay attention. There are numbers that are raised up from the names that do indicate which generation. And this Michael was married to Rachel Clayton. So this is not the same Michael. It's the next, as I say, it's the grandson of the first, born in 67, although the dates, they get convoluted, but I can corroborate some of the names that are in this ancestry file from Michael. It gets sketchy. You have to go back in and out to see if you can find similarities, but I do see that it checks out, the names and the grandchildren check out. It's always good to try to check the board once in a while to make sure you're on the right date and time and place. With Burlington, I had Burlington and I had York, England, and I had the same name twice, Michael Newbold. So it's just one tool you can use. The message board is a very interesting tool. Realize that it is kind of sketchy, and you do want to make sure you find your documents and you have something to back it up, either oral history from your grandparents or an uncle who has done some work and has some documents to show you. Fun again. I'll see you back next time on Ancestry.com from the Nopal Library. See you later.